Good morning, students. So today we have to discuss about the another important cell organelle, and that another important cell organelle is known as nucleus. So nucleus is also known as the brain of the cell, or the master of the cell, or the director of the cell, or the coordinator of the cell. So why it is known as the brain of the cell? So brain is regulating all the parts of our body. So in the same manner, this organelle is regulating all the parts of the body. So that is why it is known as the brain of the cell. Master of the cell, because again it is coordinating, regulating all the cellular activities. So that is why it is known as the master of the cell, or the director of the cell, or the coordinator of the cell. So let's start with the structure. So structure is circular or rounded in shape. You can observe here the nucleus is circular or rounded in shape. Okay, then it is double membrane bound structure. You can observe here that is outer nuclear membrane, and then there is inner nuclear membrane. Okay, there is outer nuclear membrane, and then it is inner nuclear membrane. Then the nuclear membrane is not continuous. You can observe here the gap is there. Okay, again here the gap is there. Here also we are observing the gap. So these gaps are known as the nuclear pores or the nuclear gaps. So as the director, if you will go to any official area and director is there, so is that director is in a closed cabin, not having any entry or exit point of that office? No, of course they have the entry and the exit point, so that the officials can easily reach up to them or move away from can move out from that office. So in the same manner, the nucleus has to control all the cellular activities. So that is why the substances has to come inside and the substances has to move outside. So to have a hassle-free movement of the molecules from the nucleoplast to the cytoplasm, or from the cytoplasm to the nucleoplast, there should be the pores like a structure or the gaps like a structure in the nuclear membrane. So these are known as the nuclear pores or the nuclear gaps. The nucleus is filled with nucleoplasm. What is the difference between the nucleoplasm and the cytoplasm? The nucleoplasm is more viscous, more dense, and the DNA can only exist in the nucleoplasm. The stability of the DNA molecule is possible in the nucleoplasm. Okay, then it has a very fine thread-like structure, and this fine thread-like structure is known as chromatin. This fine thread-like structure is known as chromatin. Clear? Then at the time of cell division, it gets condensed to form chromosome. So if I'll give you the threads, a lump of threads to divide into two parts, would you be able to divide it very easily? No. But if I'll give you the bundles of threads, you can divide it very easily. Okay, so that is why we are this chromatin fiber, just before the cell division, it will get condensed into chromosomes, and the number of chromosomes is specific for each and every individual of a species. It means each species will have a fixed number of chromosomes. Here, like we are belonging to sapiens species, Homo is our genus, so sapiens species will have 46 chromosomes. So we all are belonging to Homo sapiens species, so we all are having 46 chromosomes. So chromosome number is the specific feature of the species. Then it is showing that chromosomes will have the hereditary units. Why it is called as hereditary units? Because this chromosomes is being transferred from the parent generation to the offspring generation. So it is being transferred from one generation to the another generation. So that is why it is known as hereditary units. So chromosomes are having the hereditary units on it, that is known as gene, and 3 consecutive nucleotide molecule on the DNA is known as one gene, and each gene is responsible for the synthesis of one protein, and this concept was given by Dr. Hargobind Khurana. So that is why he is known as the father of Indian genetics, for which he got the Nobel Prize too. So a small rounded granular structure present in the nucleus is known as nucleolus. Here you can observe here, this is nucleolus. Okay, this part is nucleolus, and it helps in the synthesis of ribosomes. This nucleolus will help in the synthesis of ribosomes, and generally it is 1 in number. Sometimes the number of nucleolus may be 2. So spelling, many of you are mistaking it many times. Nucleus, and this is nucleolus. Nucleolus is present inside the nucleus. Now what is the location of nucleus? Nucleus is present at the center of the cell in case of animal cell, okay, but towards the periphery in the plant cell, okay, and the function of it is to control and coordinate all the cellular activities. Clear? Sometimes it is asked from you that DNA, what is DNA? DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. The spelling should be correct. DEOXYRIBONUCLEIC, nucleic, and acid, ACID. Okay. On the basis of the presence of the nucleus or absence of the nucleus, there are two types of cells, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. In the next video, you will understand the difference between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Pro, it means primitive. Karyon, it means nucleus. So a cell devoid of nucleus is known as prokaryotic cell. And eu, it means advance. Karyon, it means nucleus. So a cell with well developed nucleus is known as eukaryotic cell. So we will have, so this is the difference, basic difference between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell will not have a well defined nucleus, whereas a eukaryotic cell will have a well defined nucleus. Okay, so this is all about nucleus. We will discuss about the vacuole in the next class. Your homework is to write down the structure, location and function of nucleus and draw this diagram in your copy. Thank you all, and please take care everyone.